Well, the Export Committee, which is an independent committee, reviews preeminent objects that are threatened with leaving the country. And actually we've put an export bar on a number of objects, including the papers of General Wolfe of Quebec and the Bentley Blower, a pre-war sports car, but we've also taken it on the ring belonging to Jane Austen. And that's because Jane Austen didn't leave much behind. She obviously left her great literature, but physical objects associated with her are few and far between. And there are only two other pieces of jewellery that we know she owned. This is the third, and therefore the committee decided it was so important for one of our great novelists that it should stay in the country.
Seems a bit unfair though. This went up for auction, it was bought completely legally. Surely Kelly Clarkson should have it.
Well, these rules have been around for 60 years. Just after the war they were put in, so people who buy important cultural objects in this country know that they do risk an export ban. And also there is a balance, so the ban is temporary. We say people have 3, 4, 5 months to raise the money, a public institution, and they have to match the price that the purchasers offered for the object. So there's an element, as it were, of fairness, I think.
Will most people care though? I don't think most people have even heard or knew this ring even existed.
The ring actually only came to light a few years ago, so that is a fair point, but they all know who Jane Austen is, and they would all, I think, go and see an object that's associated with her. So I think people do care about this. They do care about saving objects for the nation, and there have been big debates. People might remember the Three Graces that the V&A eventually managed to get hold of, a big sculpture. There was a big debate about that. There's often a debate about big paintings when they're being sold abroad. So I think people do care about this kind of thing.
You're boxing yourself into a difficult corner here, though. We have lots of great works that belong really to Egypt, Greece. Surely we should hand them back by this logic.
Well, the great thing about our national museums is they're independent from government. They have boards of trustees, so you have the British Museum or the Tate Gallery. Their trustees make decisions about the collections that they have and whether or not to move objects around. The British Museum, for example, is actually very good at lending out its collection. It's lent some very important artefacts, most recently the Cyrus cylinder to Iran. But also, I think people appreciate that we have these national museums with world collections that the world can come and see in London, one of the great cities of the world.